More verbs, more verb tense rules. Are they talking about past, present, future here? It seems like it, right? Are, have, but wait a minute, those are kind of both past or present tense. So what's going on? Is it about the to and ing? I don't think so. I don't see a to verb here. Maybe I have an ing, but but remember, the first verb tense rule that we're supposed to think about is verb agreement, right? We should go through those choices and think, are they categorizable as singulars and plurals? Plural, 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 singular. It's probably D, right? Because the 3 verse 1 rule. If one is different, that's probably it. Now let's verify, right? Let's see. Can we find a singular subject here? Because a cycle of lunar phases takes 29.5 days to complete, it's possible to observe 2 full moons in a single month, one at the beginning and one at the end. Now, if you try to think about this grammatically, you might get it wrong because you're like, phases is plural. And it's right before the blank. The phases take 29.5 days to complete. That sounds fine. That would be fine. But that's not what the sentence says. The actual sentence is talking about a cycle. A cycle is singular. Of lunar phases is a prepositional phrase. The word of is the preposition that adds on extra information, but it's not necessary for the sentence. And so we can cut it out. And if we can cut it out, then it can't be the subject of the sentence. So prepositional phrases are not going to have the subject of that verb, but it's tempting, right? Because it's closer to the blank, it's closer to the verb. So that's what they want us to think. Plus, if I'm trying to think about what this sentence is about, it's about the moon and the lunar phases. It's not really about a cycle, right? That's harder for my brain to comprehend, but grammatically speaking, it is about the cycle. And so that's why D is the answer. And that is a good example of why with a lot of SAT grammar questions, but especially the verb agreement rule, we have 2 paths that we can take, or maybe I should put it another way. There are 2 ways to go and verify our answer. We have the kind of strategic way, playing the game of the SAT, right? Categorizing these and recognizing that the 3 versus 1 rule exists. That can help us get to an answer. Then we also have the more just traditional grammatical way to prove our answer. And we should try to do that, but we should try to do it in the right order. Do the strategy first, get an answer, and then think about the grammar. And that way you are less likely to mistake what the subject is. If we do the grammar first, a lot of you are going to get this wrong. If that's what happened to you, put it in the comments, right? Did you get this wrong because you thought phases was the correct subject? And then what did you do? How did you decide between something like C or B or A? Because they're all plural. They all would match, right? This is the problem with the grammatical thinking is not only do you get it wrong, but you also spend more time on it because you've created a problem, a decision that doesn't really exist. So do the strategy first, then go to the grammar and verify it. But if you don't understand the grammar, that's fine. Just trust the strategy. It's going to work the vast majority of the time.